I just have woken up, and how I thought they were doing the snake thing online, like as a kind of a, I thought they were just having a joke, really, and it's turned and escalated into this worldwide blacklist, and a character that's not me, that I am somebody that's very petty, that's argumentative, that's small brained, that doesn't want to deal with life's reality. That's not the truth. I got taken from my family due to corruption in the government, and then I got really sick from violence. And then I found out that there's a lot of propaganda that I'm dirty and pissing on the streets, and that I've been pooing in everybody's doorsteps, weird stuff like this. And it's totally made up stuff. Well, I haven't been caught doing any of this. I think that was the cheese government, and I'm in a long time period of being trashed for such a terrible thing and treated like I'm such low quality, such low value. But I just want to stand up for myself and the time I spent putting time into my education. And I'm not saying this to act. Whatever I say, I'm wrong. But for me, it's like, well, I must have some sort of value if I'm working towards my goals in life. Like, I must be doing something like that in my past, working towards these goals. I made myself and other people happy. And I was not doing it with the intent to be rich and famous. I was working towards these things for my passion, for my happiness, and to share my wealth with other people. And I've lost all my friends in some sort of factory from some music group in New Zealand that just got built for these Asians to have a home, and I just got kind of left for dead. And they're just doing all these inhumane things to me. I think my problem is they've done something to my stomach, and because of the lack of help and accountability for any of these crimes, I'm really worried they might have put some sort of balloon of cocaine or something up me. I'm blocked, and my passport and things are gone, and I want to know, is there a world stage? Is this why I got violently disfigured, so that I can't be part of the world stage? Is that what it is? Because one minute I'm overseas trying to fight for my human rights and getting tortured. I'm saying in letters, I want to kill myself, I want to shoot myself in the beehive for torturing me for so long, because I went through domestic violence and they didn't give me support, and then they put me through classist racism in a Jacinta Iranian Labour regime where I was demoralised and kind of demonised, like I had sex and I had bad morals, and I'm totally innocent. I'm really innocent, and I've been put in a prison where I'm really innocent. I got charged in Australia and here. So I think here they've prostituted me and they're blameless. All these war crimes, and that I'm not heard because people believe I'm low brain, petty, like very, very dark. I just am very malicious, and I've I'm very, very vindictive, and I'm not. I use my higher mind to be happy in life. It's just, I don't think anyone can be like a good person when you're deprived. I'm telling you, like, it's dog eat dog, and I'm not used to it because I worked to make myself at a point where I could have peace in life, and it's like this person saw me and sort of wants me to be punished for all of this racism towards me. It's like this family had such racism and hatred towards what I was building, and it punished me step by step of my journey, like to do with human rights, to do with working in communication. I got completely punished over that. I'm being starved of any food sources over the world. My mother, I don't know where she's gone. I don't know why she thinks what she thinks. I don't know if she's being punished or beaten. I know they built walls that she's number one and they're campaigning number one, number one. And I want to know if that's to do with my purpose in life, because I just got left in some sort of cult where these penguins were building for this guy to be number one, and I think I got marked by my ex and his mermaid girlfriend or something, that I was trash, and then like silence through this world peace of the tiger, and I don't understand. And so I'm tired, I'm exhausted. It's 7 years of the war for me. It's 7 years of being deprived of what I need, deprived of justice, deprived of investigation, deprived. I even tried to, maybe a year ago when I was being devalued by this criminal gang, they were basically all politics. I don't know which one it is. They were going around making me a score of worthless, and he was so celebrating. She's nothing now, you're nothing in the public face, you're nothing to the world stage. Well, I was actually going to Remuera Library trying to ask CEDAW for women's discrimination, and they've kind of barricaded me and used against me through gang stalking and harassment my reactions to hatred and discrimination and telling people all these things. And I feel like I just got thrown in prison, and the only way I can really survive this prison is to keep giving my inmates presents so that they don't keep turning on me. They expect more and more things. Like I've given away air fryers, I've given away handbags, I've given away drink bottles, I've given away gas burners, perfumes, everything. And I'm just got nowhere to go. I know I have to leave here because they're injecting really cruel, resiny kind of smoke into the air and asbestos, which I think maybe the Swifties warned me. So I went to, tried to keep moving out, but the thing is it's very weird. Every time I get to go to move out, I get a bout of this sickness, and I get tired and go back to sleep. I'm exhausted. I tried to repair my identity theft, and it's hard. They can't find my NHI number matching with my name and the systems. So I'm being erased out of the systems. It's scary. I'm being held by enemy arms at the gates and annexed out of the land due to pissing videos, and kind of create statistics to create a rounded individual. I think there's polls, and I didn't even know there was a race. Am I in a race? Am I in a race for my own identity? And that's really weird. And I've been put on a timer, and I'm sick. Not sick. Well, my energy's blocked up my stomach. I think they've put something in me, and I'm worried that it's drugs. Because all my identity's gone, suddenly my stomach's full, and suddenly I'm pimped out for 1,000 men, and I'm mortified I wouldn't do that. I was about my higher mind and education. Peace, I usually take the high road, but in this case you can't. You have to fight. They leave you no choice but to fight, and they leave you no choice but to speak up against the oppression, because you are just left in a really crazy situation where you don't even understand. It doesn't even, the reality of it isn't even make sense to yourself. I didn't ever have problem having any relatable conversations in my past with people. I'm usually quite ready to build a rapport and understand where somebody is at their level and meet them where they're at and try and maintain a connection wherever they want to meet me at. Apparently they're just killing me online, that I've got a really, really big vagina, that it's whistling in the air. And these guys just keep playing victim, but they're the perpetrators of the war. They're flying the flights, they're going the streets, they've catalogued absolutely all of my relationships and my connections, and they have a big database and have built a church and have basically erased me as a human and made connections of their own businesses to, I'm just a modern slave. Everybody has abandoned me, and I just wanted to be with my mother. And I also, because I like singing, and I started to get the hang of it because I'm so alone all the time. I started practicing. I started to get a little bit better, and then they've just put a whole lot of chemicals up my nose, like lead, to make it like, it's sort of like is right up here to make the front of your brain, and it's sort of making your brain not fire at the front, like head trying to think, all of this lights up, all your synapses. I can feel that it's very, very dead, and all in here is like really, really in a lot of pain. They've made out that I'm really like really weird and strange, and so I'm not really. Like I'm a little bit weird, like I'm a little bit introverted and one of those holistic people, but I'm not scared of a mince pie. But she's actually, I'm being treated. She treats me like so sadistically, like a woman that worked with privilege, not privilege. Yeah, I worked with privileged people, and I was always such a very gregarious woman, and I never had to deal with really nasty people. Suddenly they kidnap me and put me into the hood, India, and I don't know how to deal with these kind of people, and they laugh because they think that I'm stupid. But at the same time, that's where it's really damaging for me, because I've never had to deal with people that are fighting so dirty and like putting me into pornography and saying all these men think I'm a dirty hoe, and it's like, so where do they expect me to go? I don't want to be under 21 men oppressing me, under a legacy that I tried to build for myself. And they go on that I've got mental health problems because I'm blowing up at my landlord, but he's a gatekeeper of me having any social rights and starving, and also the hospital care. So this is his, this is their whole war, like to do with MAGA, civil war, and a war to do with Iranian, like trying to get rare minerals. So I had all these basically they're taking away character aspects of me, I'm just completely abandoned by everybody and wiped off systems and left to deal with everything myself when I'm sick and wounded and I'm scared, and they're trying to make me a character online, and that's not my identity. The real me is, if nobody was in conflict all the time, I would be very, very calm, peaceful. I was a feminine woman, and I was about making my home peaceful and loving and warm, and I'm not an angry person at heart. This is just due to this war and holding me against my will. Jessica is holding me against my will, and my body, I don't know, I don't have high blood sugar, so we don't know. The energy is making out that I'm dark energy and like cunning and dark and hateful and very rageful, but they're joining me through gang stalking, which I can prove. I've been gang stalked, which what they do is they set to do like community harassment or organize harassment till you blow up. So you might not see it, but I might have neighbors stomping on the ceiling till I just start to go really, really crazy because they won't stop stomping. So I might have this stomping for 3 weeks. I'll start banging on the wall, like punching the wall, like shut the hell up. And they'll film it and be like, this girl's schizophrenic, nobody's in the room, she's just reacting weird. And that's why people don't understand what's going on with me. My values in life are definitely not about I would never sleep with a married man. I don't have a big loose vagina. This is through brutality. I believe in having an education. I believe in treating people fairly. I want to nurture, support them grow in this life, and I have been kicked out from my own purpose, and everybody's against it because of the way I'm portrayed in the public. But I'm just saying it's a very hard situation. Your emotions are different every day, and the things that have affected you and how you're being treated. So I'm reacting emotionally. So I'm not a hard, cold person. That they've actually ruined my voice box too to make me more manly sounding. Now, apparently in Australia, they were saying they were giving me beta blocks to try and make me masculine. They're trying to give me a gender reassignment, the military, and they'd kidnap me and cut my thing open to give me and I need more time because they stopped me having social work ever since I asked Marina 2023 to call Beyond Blue. Beyond Blue is a counselling service in Australia, and it also helps you with trafficking, and it also has a forum to help you connect with people if you're alone. And I was very alone, and I'm used to having I'm used to being emotionally connected to people because they just keep kind of
nitpicking at everything about me no matter what I say anyway, but the real me, I need to talk and emotion. That's why I like time with women, because we have time to talk about things that our feelings, and I've got 2 sisters. It's just a natural thing for me. I don't find men have this need in their life to communicate anything about their feelings. I think they just, to me, most men just want to be like, they want to be treated like a child and given like affection and treated special, basically. They've treated me like I'm a shadow of who I am, like a hard, cold, petty, vindictive, violent, hateful, angry, hostile, negative, very, very lazy on the couch all day, addicted to my phone. It's my only friend. I feel anxious. I'm alone, and I'm with neighbours that hate me all the time, and it stresses me out. It's my only peace. My telephone is to watch YouTube. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck for almost 3 years. I've exhausted every arena. They keep blocking me getting asylum, and it's like they've cut my stomach in half. So if I want to clear out the bottom half, I have to do suppositories. If I want to clear out the top, I'll take my pill, but it doesn't go right through until I make everything liquid. It's a horrible crime, and I've got no one to help me. I drew all this artwork to do with them campaigning to be a queen and how they'd cut my heart out, and I just feel like I should have the right I should have the right to my abilities too. They kind of just hold me hostage in a chair that I'm mentally ill all the time, and all my friends are taking away my right to have my own individuality because they build a Ponzi scheme of making money. And I don't know if they called themselves the state of Palestine or Israel, but it's just kind of like I've not been allowed my own identity ever since, and they weather me with chemicals so that I have to be on cameras every day as a weathered animal. And the East has been going on this communist kind of regime. It was Jacinta Ardern, and it was made by Jacinta Ardern and Allah, and a moral repression, and I just got persecuted over some kiss and thrown into some dungeon where some really evil old homeless bums were raping me, and nobody has come forward to tell me where these tapes are. They keep me homeless. So they have a book blacklisting me, and I'm abandoned, and I didn't deserve it. My mum was forced to give me up through arms in Australia, and armed forces are barricading me in Australia as lower class. So suddenly I went from being an educated woman to thrown into the dirt and into a swamp of all these men saying I'm fucking ugly every day. I just want to say it's not a very fair situation. And you can see that I've had my nose fractured and punched in. I think India, are they doing the news? They did some news thing and said that I was actually being blamed and I'm innocent, because I couldn't understand the hostility, and they built this wall that I'm really ugly with photos, and I'm asking for information. It's very, very, it's like they built all these walls projecting all this darkness onto me, that I was evil, a slut, a easy woman that is just so jealous of the angels, and I'm such a Jezebel slut and all this kind of, and I was an honourable girl. Really shy, kind of, I'm a humble person, I'm not arrogant, I'm not... everything in this house is heightened because they've just thrown us into a prison, and they feed the prisoners with all this hate and sex tapes. I mean, it's just kind of like such a toxic environment. Like, you can't thrive in it. You don't even want to be seen. If you get seen, it causes conflict straight away because they start to want to spit out what they hear, and they're sitting there abusing you like you're some bitch, and it's like... But you and your crows are the ones perpetrating all this stuff online. I haven't had a say at all, actually, and I want to know why this war keeps going on and on and on when actually I'm a citizen of this country. And if I'm not a citizen, I want a deportation letter so that I can ask for citizenship, and I want access to help because I believe my landlord has made a massive, no, I think it's the mongrel mob have made a massive dome that I'm lower class, but this shows that I'm being trafficked. These sunflower girls were biking around on with the streets with these t-shirts that I'm nobody special, and basically I think they won the war on the Orewa beach. They came with their motorcycles, like saying that America had won, and it was like I didn't even know we were campaigning. So that's the thing, I can't really see. They're sort of segregated. I'm ripped out from the real world anyway. Like, I'm censored.